the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New. Yeah.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile.
Okay, today is January 17, 2022. It's 6:18 a.m. This is video number 2. Okay, I was discussing this on my last video, so they haven't give me YouTube haven't finished check it to see if there's gonna be some flag. They're gonna flag some of the videos that I put in that video. All right, so I have a lot to share with you, so let's go on Twitter, see what's going on. That was my last tweet, and I went on with the prayer. Whew, this is the prayer that I did, and I left that link in the description for you guys to see some more prayers. All right, so my next prayer will be slightly different for this video. All right, so let's go to the first tweet for this video. Okay, To not even let him pay for his family's police protection is so sinister. The fact is, he was born into a title that he never asked for, and the huge risk is a direct result of that, completely regardless of his current role. Has Prince Andrew's protection also been taken away? All right, people still talking about that. And I would say 2 videos ago, I read this statement that Daily Fell put out a lie, okay? Even though they just sued them. But Daily Fell put out a lie about Harry's security, but Harry went on the record and put out his own statement right away before it could take the lie that Daily Fell was putting out could take steam. All right, so I'll read it again for the sake of this video. All right, so she retweeted this. Okay, the royal family are literally trying to kill Prince Harry right in front of our eyes. So that's the statement. Okay, Prince Harry inherited a security risk at birth for life. He remained 6th in line to the throne, served 2 tours of combat duty in Afghanistan, and in recent years, his family has been subjected to well-documented neo-Nazi and extremist threats. While his role within the institution has changed, his profile as a member of the royal family has not, nor has the threat to him and his family. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex personally fund a private security team for their family, yet that security cannot replicate the necessary police protection needed whilst in the UK. In the absence of such protection, Prince Harry and his family are unable to return to his home. The Duke first offered to pay personally for the UK police protection for himself and his family in January of 2020 at Sandringham. That offer was dismissed. He remained willing to cover the cost of security as not to impose on the British taxpayer. As is widely known, others who have left public office have an inherent threat risk receive police protection at no cost to them. The goal for Prince Harry has been simple: to ensure the safety of himself and his family while in the UK so his children can know his home country. As I was reading this, and I was thinking, can you imagine if the military said, okay, people higher up and said, okay, if you guys are not gonna do that, all right, we, the military people, okay, active, okay, not retired, active military people say, whenever Prince Harry come here, we're gonna and defend him and protect him. Can you imagine this? Because this is the only group who have stood up for Harry in some shape or form. And then try to put integrity to the country. Look what they wrote to the Queen to say, you know, your son needs to be stripped of all of this because he's toxic. They didn't miss any word. They didn't try to misquote. They let the Queen know your son is trash. You need to get all this toxic away from him and don't associate him with us. This kind of thing. All right. So they the only one who could do something because why? The government, the British family need the the armed forces in order to be secure. All right, they're much higher up than the police. All right, the tactical thing that they do, all right, is high level things. All right, the police, you know, it's sometimes is. You know what? Let me not say anything. While in the UK, let me continue here. To ensure the safety of himself and his family while in the UK so his children can know his home country. During his last visit to the UK in July 2021 to unveil a statue in honor of his late mother, his security was compromised due to the absence of police protection while leaving a charity event. After another attempt at negotiating was also rejected, he sought a judicial review in September 2021 to challenge the decision, making behind the security procedures in the hope that this could be re-evaluated for the obvious and necessary protection required. The UK will always be Prince Harry's home and a country he wants his wife and children to be safe in. With the lack of police protection come too great a personal risk, Prince Harry hopes that his petition, after close to 2 years of pleas for security in the UK, will resolve this situation. I guess now that he put his part out and made it public, maybe they will do something about it. Okay, because before he was doing it privately. They probably just throw it under the pile of other complaint. All right, so now that he put it front and center, maybe they'll look at it in a different way. All right, because these people know how to backstab. Okay, it is due to a leak and a UK tabloid with superstitious timing, we feel it necessary to release a statement setting the facts straight. All right. So that was the statement. All right. Andrew still on the taxpayer security train. I think it qualifies as a cult if Harry can't live without risk of losing his life, groomed from childhood to be the plaything for the UK citizen, but began to show sign of agency. So must be destroyed. The subject has no duty of care. Okay, it makes no sense because any high-profile person or event can pay for 25/7 police, I guess 24/7 police protection and escort if they meet the threat level requirement. Any celeb with that level of threat risk is a public safety concern. Any attack could risk hurt bystanders and disrupt the city. That's fine. I don't understand how it will even be a taxpayer's or the family's expense, yet they still refuse it. They determined to keep him in America to push the narrative that he has abandoned his root and further drag his reputation through the mud gross. But guess what? People see the truth. People are seeing the truth. And this is why he quickly put the thing out so the nonsense don't get steam. Okay, the intention really are the obvious. We are witnessing it right before our own eyes in a way that I don't think people in the past were able. That's right. Let the blind see. Okay, still it's so hopeless. No one can do anything. Okay, I think hopeless is exactly the right word. It's really unpleasant to witness everything unfold so unfairly and unhumanly, yet nothing can be done to change it, nor will the perpetrators ever face any consequences. I think once the Queen died, that's gonna stop. I think so. Okay, they all try to get Diana, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle. It is disgusting. This has racist Prince William written all over it. These people are more upset about stripping Prince Andrew of us military titles for their pedo than they are for punishing Harry. Andrew of his military titles for being a pedo than they are for punishing Harry for marrying a black woman. It's horrifying and just so uncomfortable to witness. All right, so this is it's up to the UK citizen to change the course of that. We are seeing it playing right in front of our eyes. All right, but guess what? Because of God will, we're not gonna see a death. All right, for what it is, the nonsense that they throwing. Okay, Charles pays for extra Camilla security guard. All right, I have this article. I'm gonna read it next after I finish this video, and it's gonna be on Team Sussex. By the way, I need to create something for it. Okay, the Oprah interview presented them as they are. That's fine. There's report Andrew's security is still covering by the public. This decision is odd as royals pay or have paid for protection privately. Yeah, I mean, I've shown in other video there's other people who've done it. Okay, caps not cut. Prince Andrew keeps £300,000 a year. Taxpayers funded by the God after complaining to the Queen. Okay. All right, God knows what to do. God knows what to do. Okay, the Scotsman. Okay, the financing of police protection for his daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, has previously caused difficulties, and particularly the provision of the police bodyguard at the cost of $250,000 pound a year while Eugene attended Newcastle University. The princesses lost their public-funded protection in 2011, leaving it to the Duke and his wife to pay for security from private sources. At least one of those sources is likely to be funded. The Queen provides to minor royals from her personal sources of income, including that received from the Duchy of Lancaster. They always... there's this here. You guys go read it. Okay, Charles paid for extra Camilla security, and that's the one I'm gonna read in video 3. All right, so I don't want to waste too much time here. I was supposed to do one video, but for some reason it merged into 2. Okay, that's the thing. It's not like the royal family are poor. Even if the queens use her million to privately pay for Andrew's security, it'd be less bitter taste in the mouth than this. Andrew's risk is a result of his own criminal action too. It's disgusting. All right, people are saying for what it is. All right, the UK taxpayers is still very much funding accused abuser Prince Andrew's police protection. All right, that's that here. You could read that. Okay, disgusting. Mommy Queenie and UK Home Office are making sure that Prince Andrew's security stays. Look at this. When they did the they investigate Andrew's thing, what did they say? Everything is clean. But what we saw, okay, and the U.S. Courtroom is other than. So there's more here. You guys could read. Let me move on to the next one. I really don't want to do a fourth tweet video, with the exception of the Guardian article. Okay, stop repeating the propaganda of the British media and the royal family. Princess Diana did not refuse security. They removed her security and then caused her fatal accident. They're playing the same game today with Prince Harry. Deja vu.
The campaign was, in that point, was being successful. But it did surprise the people who were causing the grief. It did surprise them when I took myself out of the game. They hadn't expected that.
I think Diana bitterly regretted the divorce. I think she fought until the last minute to prevent a divorce. She didn't want one, but I don't think Diana wanted it at any stage.
The final chapter of the royal marriage lasted from June 1996 to August.
The princess this evening, Diana knowing that her estranged husband has now made his divorce offer. The Queen could be at the centre of one sticking point, however. Her financial help is vital. But it's thought tonight she's unhappy about Diana continuing to be called Her Royal Highness. Diana's changed her mind on this, considering that as mother of a future king, she should have the HRH status.
Okay, royal family killed Diana. Let's just say it like it is. Okay, that's my thought too. They have been lying to the public about Diana refusing security. You know, eventually the truth will come out. They got away with this. Okay, pretending, force the kids to walk behind her casket and all of that, which Harry did not want to do, pretending to get sympathy. What is it? I read somewhere. I don't remember where. I may not have the clip. Where they forced the kids to do it. What is it? Charles wanted to do it. But because he know the public don't like him, so they forced the kids to do it along with him. That's what I heard from somewhere. Okay, I could be wrong, but I remember reading this somewhere. Okay, facts, everything is looking very treacherous and dangerous for Harry, Meghan and their children. It's like that entire country is out to get them. When we look, you know, and from the outside, this is the way I used to think. Yes, it does look like the entire country is out to get them. But as you look deeper, micro, you know, shred little pieces, each bubble, you start seeing pockets of different people in here and there. We realize it's not. A lot of people hold Harry very and high standard. I have a clip somewhere where they were asking some people, random people, about something. I forgot what it was. And someone mentioned, okay, Harry, they hold Harry at high standard. I remember that video. I hope I find it.
If something happens, if a young person is taken advantage of, then clearly that has to be dealt with, and the lady in question has every right to pursue that. And if he has indeed done something,
I think it should make him look at his character and look at how he's behaved for sure. I don't think he'll be worried at all. No.
Okay, facts. Everything is looking very treacherous and dangerous for Harry, Meghan, and their children. It's like that entire country is out to get them. This isn't a family nor the mafia. At least the family protect their own. All right, next tweet. I mean, it's like they raising the stakes so high, okay? Really high. When the people, the Brits, the taxpayers start saying enough is enough, they're gonna crash themselves down so hard they're not gonna know what's coming. Because this is the boiling point that I'm seeing here. It's almost reaching the boiling point. Because the more you go up, what's gonna happen? You have to come down eventually, but it's not gonna look good for them. But at least right now, Harry is going through it and it's maneuvering it. We're praying for him and all of this. Okay, it will be less for Harry, but the royal family, it's like right now they never feel the pain that's coming to them because they've been causing that to themselves. All right, next tweet. I saw this and it was very interesting. Okay, I love how robust and detailed Prince Harry's response to that personal security media hijab was. He really narrated the whole story point by point from January 2020 to today and didn't miss the opportunity of pointing out the curiously surreptitious timing of the leak. Yep. Okay, I thought that was very interesting. It's funny. I thought I would see, okay, so 1,022 people like it. So there's 198 retweet, 11 quote retweet, and there's somebody who just like it. Let me see some of the quote retweet here. They didn't comment on it. They just bring it out. Okay, people who have followers, they want their followers to see it. This is the person who probably just liked it. Who is that? Okay, see, this is what they do. People who have a lot of followers, they retweet their things out so their followers could see it. That's what happened here. This one have 5,341 followers. Okay, government books, family news, business confused as the role of the free press, supporters of the D&D of the Sussex, right-wing nuts and royalists stay away. Okay, let me read some of those comments here. See, there's the retweet here. Yep, Harry is not holding back anymore. Okay, he's a self-entitled idiot. Who is the self-entitled idiot? Uh-oh, there's somebody respond to her. Okay, who the hell are you to even have an opinion? The squad don't hold back. Let me go back to this. Okay, Prince Harry has no more F left. Okay, there's this. Prince Harry is tired of the UK media, British tabloid, and the UK government scapegoating him and his family. He said, "Knocked it. Okay, knocked if you buck." Oh my God, knock if you buck with that response. Sussex squad, Meghan Markle, Harry and Meghan. Okay, let's see, 7 seconds here. Okay, it's a music. I'm probably gonna have to mute it. All right, the Sussex Squad podcast who retweeted it out again. Yep, and they are upset that he told it. Okay, good King Harry, spot on. Okay, Prince Harry. Okay, so agree. Iconic. Most British media don't want UK citizens to read or have critical individual thought. Okay, there it is. These are some of the things I was saying in video 1. That's why the Daily Mail especially put its article bullet points and big bold black font. Okay, they know article won't be ready by their seething comment section. They don't care about Harry's factual response. Okay, good King Harry, from Chuck's lips to God's ears. All right, so these are the retweet that went out. Even though I didn't see any comment on this, these are the comment retweets that went out. Next tweet. Okay, I will celebrate the downfall of the British monarch. That's this here. You and me both. People agree. Let's go to the retweet quotes here. See what the other people are saying. Okay, so will I? They are a cancer. Okay, there's this, putting that here. People who abolish the monarchy. You see, this is the thing here. People, the monarch are doing some stuff for self-destruction. Okay, the Daily Mail is part of that. They know. Okay, they're making money while they're helping them self-destruct. This is the way the Daily Mail is. All right. Okay, I will have a tea party. Okay. Okay, heartedly, with great jubilation, feasting and drinking till the morning dawn. Okay, Kensington Royal, please stay home. We don't want you in the US. All right, let's see here. Next tweet. Looks like I'm about to be done. These are the things that could attach to the other one. All right, next tweet. The royal family should be paying for Harry's security when he and his family come to the UK. Okay, unpopular opinion, but I believe the Sussex family should never come back. What we have seen over the last 2 days effectively amounts to them having been exiled. That's not an exile. Exile is when you were forced to leave. But in a sense, maybe because yeah. He was forced to leave, but he could always come back. But in exile, okay, you can't come back until something, petition or something is done. All right, so, all right, for example, who could I think of exile? Duvalier, maybe. He was in exile. Who else? So who goes dictators that were in exile? Like Prince Philip's family. Okay, they had to flee Greece. That was exile. Then later on, something happened where they make peace with the government and they were able to come back. I think one of the offspring from the previous king went back to visit where they used to live, because those castle is gated. All right, is in ruin pretty much, but nobody's taking care of it. They put fence around it and all of that. I remember seeing some documentary about that. And who else? But yeah, Harry, look at this. He went back for the unveiling. So it's not truly an exile, but he chose to exile himself because of the risk that was for him, that his family were creating around him. All right. So it's not a popular opinion among the Sussex squad. We are aware of the danger facing the Sussexes if they return to the UK, and we know they shouldn't set foot there. That is true. I didn't finish with that. It just hasn't called that. Okay, so she said that when people tell you who they are, believe them. Yep. Okay, I can imagine how traumatized it was for Harry as a kid to helplessly watch his mother try to gain independence from the toxic royal family. At that time, in some way, I don't think he was fully aware of it. They probably were shielding him from all those negativity. But as he get older, when he's looking at those videos, those documentation of those time, okay, those videos of the what happened to Martin Bashir, that interview, other things. There's so much that been documented. When he looked back at this, now he knows. But at that time, I think he was too young to experience it. Okay, I don't think he knew of it at the time. I don't think Princess Diana. I don't know. Who knows? I wasn't there. I wasn't a fly on the wall. So I don't think they will expose kids to those kind of things. All right. Maybe the firm was putting negative thing on their head. I don't know. But in my humble opinion, I don't think they will expose them fully to all of that. Maybe the older brother, because he's the future, to put toxic information in his head about it. But for Harry, I don't know. I don't know why. I question that part for Harry. Maybe the older brother. All right. Then dies so publicly chased as a bounty by a mob of pop thugs. And I believe when when Princess Diana died, one of those royal rats was over there and report about it. So they knew. They knew. I forgot which one was there. And he, with no shame, he said it in one of the documentary or one of those videos. I know who he is. I don't want to say it because I may not come across the video for me to show you. But one of the royal rats was there and reported at the time when Princess Diana died. Okay, Harry even said his mother was alone in the process while he had Meghan to help him leave. All right? That's by looking back. He could see that his mom was alone. And then I'm sure he probably full of regret knowing that he was there but wasn't aware of it. But he should not take that burden. Okay, that wasn't his fault. Okay, royal family should pay for Harry and his family's security all the time. Harry didn't ask to be born with the risk, nor to be recognized anywhere in the world, or to the exposed to media every single day of his life. That should be a no-brainer. I mean, every common sense knows that. And I think it's the work of one household. And then this is why, and then you have to take it to the point where the queen, okay, who have a say of everything, okay? So even though one specific royal household is doing that, but the queen, who is the head of everybody, should have put a stop to that. And this is why a lot of people are not taking, that old poor queen, put this, put that. They have enough of this sympathy for her now, because you allowing this to take place. Okay, then die so publicly, chased as a bounty of mob thugs. Harry even said, okay, I think I read that. The royal family should pay for Harry's family security. Harry then asked to be born, no risk recognized everywhere in the world or to the exposed. Okay, I'm reading. I feel like I read that should be no brainer. Okay, I want nothing to do with the royal family. I want Prince Harry to protect his own family. I don't trust these people. Yeah. Okay, let's read this and that's it. And Harry knows that too. He doesn't trust them. And when he was doing the Hutchinson interview, and this opened his eyes. This kind of, after married Meghan, the treatment that he's getting and his wife is getting, is like a full crash course of racism that he just experienced. He is shocked to the core because he never experienced that. Okay, now he's seeing it. This is a full crash course of racism. It's not even racism 101. They put him to a PhD, okay, PhD level of racism. Okay, so he's learning it to the full capacity. All right, remember those racism things exist or were created by the British. Okay, by the British, and then other European, okay, adapt to it. All right, because they were able to benefit from it. Okay, I don't want to go to history thing with slavery and all of that. While my mind seems to be directed on it, giving myself more work, let me get out of this. Next tweet. All right, just call me Mystic Pete. I think I retweet this out. So this Peter, this is not a squaddy. All right, just call me Mystic Pete. Let's see what okay, that's him retweeting himself here. Harry's many media critics will be dismissive. Royal sources will be active. The full outrage generated will distract from the risk of Charles and William that any judicial review could present them as having been petty and uncaring at the Sandrian Summit in January 2020. All right. Prince Harry and legal fight to pay for UK police protection. All right, that's that. What else did he retweet? Okay, there's that. If some of you are not subscribed to app Team Sussex, there's a piece that I did regarding him. You know, I literally call him a name and I give examples why they should consider him that particular thing here. So I don't want to mention it here because I'm not focusing on him. Okay, Prince Harry behaving like a shameless hypocrite when Queen least needs it is worrisomely inevitable, said Piers Morgan. All right, they know how to use their words. Okay, lockdown party shame, Johnson's scapegoat. Okay, PM to ask senior official as he tries to save his own skin. All right, so all those, that part of the triangle, you have the government, the monarch, and then the royal rats, they work together. So right now, the two of the triangles, the government and the monarch, are in shango. Okay, shame in every level. So what did the royal rats did? They used Harry to distract from part of the triangle. So they work hand in hand. All right, so this is another example here that Peter is sharing. Okay, what's that? Year on party. Okay, on Harry. On Harry, Queen won't help and war. Okay, Harry is an iced tea. Okay. All right, let's read some of the comment here. You called it, Peter. But now these headlines are falling in deaf ears. Global news outlet, 8 running different narrative, which makes the UK media and royal family look very bad. All right, so someone responded and said, these are the headlines. They're not buying this nonsense anymore. Okay, there's here, Britain Prince Harry is making a legal challenge to UK government decision that prevents him from personally paying for police protection for himself and his family when they are in the UK, according to his legal representative. All right, so if things doesn't come from Harry representative, don't even bother taking it as sources. All right, so there's that. There's another here, NBC News. Prince Harry and legal fight to pay for UK police protection. Okay, the UK will always be Prince Harry's home and a country he wants his wife and children to be safe in, the royal's legal representative said in a statement. All right, let's see here. Prince Harry launches legal bid to ensure Meghan, Archie, and Elizabeth's safety during UK visit. Okay, breaking, the Duke of Sussex applied for judicial review of his decision not to allow personally pay for police protection for himself and his family when, okay, some parts are cut here, okay, in the UK, a legal representative said. All right, there's more, but in other words, this screenshot is showing that the outlets are not buying their nonsense anymore. All right, the little shiny object they thought, people didn't follow it. In a way, as much many of you may not agree with this, I think it was a good thing that he went to the UK to do the unveiling and the funeral. At least he got to experience the chasing by himself, knowing that they're still not leaving him alone. And thank God, God was able to guide him to safety and to be able to get back home to his family. So he already experienced how it will be. Can you imagine him in a car with his children, wife, and everything like that, being chased? You don't want that. Okay? So as much I was against him going to the UK, I was right. I was right still. But in a way, I think it was good that he got to experience it by himself. Okay, by himself, because it would be too much for him and his family to be in a car being chased. That would be extra scary because, like I've said in another video, it's easier for him to run to safety by himself. But when he has his family, he has to look out, for over his wife, his children who cannot really defend themselves right now. Okay, so he has all of this to protect. So by himself, it was okay. At least God lead him to safety and he's able to leave it and said, meaning live, L-I-V-E, live that experience to say, it's toxic for my family right now. Things is not getting any better. My family, the royal family, are not behind him, so there's no point for him to bring his wife and children over there because he already got a taste of the chase already. Okay, how does Prince Harry seek to have adequate security for his family hurt the Queen? I really don't think they understand how awful that claim sound. And then when you look at the Queen, or, you know, they still head of state, when they're talking to reputable people like in the US government, you think they're going to take them serious? Remember, the army, the armed forces love Harry. So they better be careful. All right, let me read some more here. Can you predict the headline if something, God forbid, were to happen to the Sussexes? I think they will use the same formula they used after Diana, immediately blame the royal family to distract from the year of hate propaganda and edging courtiers on the endangers Harry and family. Someone showed him his own recorded TV interview saying how Harry needs his protection. Okay, he has a short memory. What is that here? Lord former Royal Protection Officer Ken Worth and head haters Piers Morgan acknowledged the higher security risk. Thus, the rhetoric Piers is spewing now is deliberately done to endanger the Sussex's family lives and citing the public. And this is, you guys need to see, let me bookmark this. You guys need to go see my other video that I did on him. Okay, that I did on Piers Morgan, because the way the US deal with this type of things, okay, it has been done before. When the Taliban are calling out, you know, this kind of thing. Go, I don't want to mention it here. Go to the other channel. All right, let's see, 31 seconds.
But from my point of view, I mean, Archie is probably the biggest threat to their family than their parents, in the sense there's a real risk of a kidnap here, given the publicity, and a lot of it more negative now.
And look, let me make one thing crystal clear about this. Whatever your view of Meghan, Harry, whatever, and I've said plenty about it, they absolutely do need high-level security. And
okay, there he is, talking the truth. What happened since then? Why all of a sudden he's turning like the other way? These people, they are baggage for God. What happened to that? He's talking common sense here. What happened to that? I'm telling you, the squad be having some receipt.
It's all with Princess Diana that when you get rid of Royal Protection Squad officers, you've got to make damn sure the people that you bring in are of a similar high standard.
But
there he is talking the truth. He knows that. He knows that. But yet, I don't know. Is it money that make people blind? My goodness. Now, the way that I call him out on that other channel, why would he want that to be? Oh, my goodness. Let's see here. There's 3 replies. Okay, no, it's deliberate selective. Yep. Okay, amazing how PC forget his involvement and leading the hatred for the past 4 years of one person mainly. So is he now saying his hand clean? All right, let's see. There's more. 30. That's the same one. Okay, he's got short memory. All right, there's that. All right, let me move on. I'm glad I came across that video. Did I bookmark it? Okay, let's bookmark it so I have it. Next tweet. Oh my God, 32 minutes. Okay, not a squaddy, just saying. Okay, I think that's the one I just tweeted. I just talked about. All right, 3 people like it. That's this. Okay, as I understand, Home Office says Harry and Meghan cannot pay for police protection in UK. Add since other people have paid for police services in the past. Actually, this was the next tweet that I bookmarked. I bookmarked myself, okay, to show you, because sometimes when I tweet out, okay, I don't see my comment under here. That's why I bookmark it. So this is the last tweet. As I understand, Home Office say Harry and Meghan cannot pay for police protection in the UK. Add since other people have paid for police services in the past. Okay, I don't think the Home Office like non-white folks. All right, there's 11 comment. I mean, they're doing it for, it's just that people never question them. People never question them. You have who and the triangle again, who in power, who is pretty much wants to continue that misinformation, that establishment going. So they know very well, okay? Nobody ever questioned them. But now that the truth is coming out, let's see how we move forward. Okay, let's see how we move forward, because I don't think they want to be dragged down along that path as well. Before, when it was private, it was okay. But now it's coming out. The U.S. tabloid is talking about it. News sources is talking about it. Well, let's see how they shift now. Because it was since, 2020 or 2021, Harry had filed it. And Harry have tried to keep these things private. But when misinformation is being put out in the public, they force his hand to speak his side of the story. And this is how we know the truth. Let's see how this move forward. Okay, can they pay for a private security company? Do people like the Beckham or Lord Sugar, etc., have police security, or do they employ their own? This is the thing Harry's saying. He wanted to do that. They have done that, but they told him no. The royal family said no. So now what Harry did, okay, my family said no, I cannot get it. So now I'm going to go to the law. Okay, let them review that and see what they say. All right, so they could undermine, how do you say that? They could veto the royal family, this kind of thing. Why? Because they're up, I guess, elected officials. That's my saying on this. Let's see here. Jackie, Met Police Protection is different from bodyguard. They have high intelligence info that bodyguards do not have. So Harry needs both groups. Why are they giving the protection to other juniors, non-working royals for free, but refuse a senior royal willing to pay for his? All right, so what Harry is saying that I want the intelligent, okay, the police intelligent, all right, while even if they don't pass to his security, but I don't know, I guess his private security guard needs to know the threat that they know about Harry, so that way they could act accordingly. Don't leave it only to the police. Okay, Harry is focusing only on himself and his family, not the rest of the world. He doesn't need to know the rest of the world, because this is already taken care of. It's his own, and they're refusing for him to know intelligent about him. That's the thing they're preventing here. And then for the police to protect him with the information that they know. Okay, this is the thing that he's asking for, and they're refusing it. And they know it. And they know it because why? They're backstabbing him at the same time. Okay? Okay, who do they guard? The Royal Protection Squad watch over the Queen and the immediate heirs to the throne, both the IRA, ceasefire, even the House of the Queen's obscure cousins were given 24-hour protection. Although this had been scaled back, some fairly minor royals are still considered to merit the protection of the special officers. Okay, this is the important thing. The Queen ordered RPS bodyguard to be sent to Switzerland to watch over Princess Beatrice and Duchess of York's daughter, who is being educated at a boarding school in the Alps. The Countess of Wessex, Sophie Raj John, has several RPS bodyguards and was giving special protection before her marriage to Prince Edward after fear of immediate intrusion. All right, so these are examples that the squad are putting here. All right, there's a lot of things. And this one I read in one of my videos where you could freeze your screen and read it. Tony Blair, he had paid for that, even though he is required. And I give an example as like an ex-president, okay, who still get Secret Service protection for life. All right, this kind of thing. All right, you could freeze that and read. So that's it. That's all I have. I want to read a prayer. One of the prayers that I read here on video 1 regarding Harry was prayer for protection. So let's do one here and here, and then I'm going to do another prayer which I had typed privately to read. A prayer for your children's protection. Father, I entrust my children into your loving care. You are the most powerful influence in their lives, so I ask you to surround them with your constant presence and safety. Because you love children, you are even more concerned than I am as a parent. You take their protection seriously. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking of what Andrew have done to minors and all of this, those child predators have done. This is what comes to mind as I read this. Okay, place your Holy Spirit around them like a bubble that deflect any harm aimed their way. Guard them from danger at school, whether from outside or inside. Place your angel in strategic places, ready to move on their behalf. Let no evil come near them. That's for sure. Giving them a steadfast faith and trust in you that puts their fear at rest. knowing they will live in safety with your solid protection. Guard them from temptation and those who will try to make them compromise their conviction. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking my youngest need to do his first communion. I keep on pushing it back. He did all the classes and everything, but due to COVID, I keep on pushing it back. But now that we know better, and by the time, by the time he does his communion, he'll be, how do you call this? He'll be fully vaccinated. And I think this week I should take him to get his second dose. All right, so I think I did well. I did well for doing that, keeping him away from that, from being to get his communion, because he was surrounded by people I don't know. But anyway, let's continue the prayer. When trouble comes, let them cry out to you, their deliverer and refuge. May their security rest not in this world, but in their relationship with you and their eternal future. Impress on them daily that this world is not their final home, and that nothing and no one can ever separate them from your love. In Jesus' precious name, amen. All right, so I'll leave the link of this. There's more prayers here. You guys go and read some more. Okay, I see this. I'm feeling like this should be something for the world. You know, the teaching of God, the spiritual world should be going out to the world. Maybe I'll use this picture and this video. But I'm gonna open another I'm gonna open another thing to do another prayer for this. Okay, prayer for the right thing. Okay, prayer to do the right thing. These are the foot soldiers who the royal family keeps on sending to do bad things, to do immoral thing, unconscionable thing. For those foot soldiers to know from right and wrong, to not carry those evil kind of inflicting pain onto other people, like they did to the dog, like they did to Archie, like they doing to Harry. You know, this kind of thing. We want those foot soldiers to know from right and wrong. Okay, let's see here. If there's a side prayer, if there's no side prayers, I'm probably gonna pick one of these again. Let's pick this one. 4 prayers for courage to do the right thing. Bible study to us. Okay, let's see this. Again, this is gonna be in the description for you guys. Okay, 4 prayers for courage to do the right thing. This image keep on popping. I'm not gonna use that. All right, the Bible entrusts us to make every effort to do what is right in the eyes of God. Yes. But God's word does not just give us instruction, it shows us by example how to do the right thing. Through real stories of everyday people like you and me, if we can gain strength and courage to do what God's command us to do. That is true. Like I've always said, I don't know how the universe works, but through my experience, what I've seen happen, this is why I really believe in true prayer. And when you pray, it doesn't have to be from a Bible if you don't want to. Okay? If you say it with your whole chest, with your courage, your inner being, God hears you. Okay? Let's continue. Overall, the Bible is clear that we do not have to act alone in doing what is right. Thank you. That's right. 2 Testimony 1:7. God is with us and his spirit enables us to do what we cannot do on our own. That is true. Yet it takes faith and trust. Oh my goodness, this is good. And these are the things that I keep on saying. I don't know how it happened, but this is what I believe. And there it is. There it is in writing. People who probably knows more prayers than I do. Okay? And we often, let's start again. Yet it takes faith and trust. And we often have to battle against our own selfish desire, wanting to take the easy way out or wanting to stay comfortable. These are temptations we can work to overcome. That is true. That is true. That is true. Here are 4 lessons and prayers through the example of Moses, Joshua, Abigail, and the Good Samaritan you can use when you need to have courage to do the right thing in your community or workplace or your family or for the wider world. Okay, because this is good. Okay, because we need those foot soldiers to know to do the right thing. Look at the video that I just saw of Piers Morgan. At the beginning, what happened? He was telling good things. He was saying good stuff, reasonable things. But what happened now? This is people where their brain, their spirit is empty. Any negativity can fluctuate in them to poison them. This is the thing that I'm saying here. We just saw a video of him saying the right thing. Then all of a sudden, it's 360. The morality is gone. The brain, the spiritual world of him is gone because there was none to begin with. So the poison can easily put in him. This is why I keep on saying we need to speak to our children, protect them, tell them the right thing, let them know about the spiritual world. If you don't know, you don't believe in God or whatever you believe in, put it into their kids. So when the wrong is being teach to them, they could fight it and do the right thing. And this is why I think Princess Diana was teaching Harry the right thing. And he came out on top to reject the negativity the institution was trying to erase what Diana was doing, teaching him, trying to inject their nonsense. He rejected it because Diana had left a mark in him. This is it. Okay? 1. Moses' courage to follow your calling. Often God calls us to do things for which we feel ill-equipped. We need courage when faced with tasks that seem beyond our ability. When we follow through, we gain confidence in God. We also have the joy of seeing His power at work. That is true. And this is the thing I be sharing with you. I'm like, I don't know how it works, but it works well for me. And I was satisfied with it. I was happy with it. Therefore, if it's good for me, it must be good for you. This is why I share these kind of things with you. Because we need a better world for our kids. Our kids need to have more positivity. Okay? So I'm carrying on and I'm disrupting on this prayer. But I have to share it because if I don't say it, it goes on. If I wait until the end, I don't have a script in front of me for me to read, to go back to. If I don't say it as I'm reading it, it's gone. All right? And I'm going to put the link in the description. You guys could read it. Okay, when our knees are shaking or we are apprehensive at the prospect of serving God and the way He is asking us to, we can look at Moses, who felt the same way but is a fine example of a courage character. Okay, at the outset, Moses made excuses and questioned God's calling on his life. Exodus 3:11. Okay, 4-13. His faith looked shaky and his courage non-existent. I'm saying Harry right there. Because when he left the palace, I keep on saying it was a scary move. But he did it anyway because he knows the pain that he was going through already. He already experienced it. So instead, I'd rather go explore something different. At least the pain that I have now, I didn't like it. All right, that's what I'm saying here. Moses seemed far from equipped, and he assumed the Israelites will feel the same way about him. Yet he followed through, and at the end of his life, we see a man with a strong faith and deep trust in God. Moses stepped out and spoke up to the Pharaoh. Even though he felt unable to speak eloquently, he led the people faithfully. Even though they were fickle, Moses had the humility and confidence to follow through on his calling, and even though he didn't get to enter the promised land, he had the joy of speaking with God face to face. Okay? What is God calling you to do for which you feel ill-equipped? Whatever is beyond your ability is within God's ability. Step out in faith and trust God to do what you cannot do. Use this prayer to help you. All right, let's see here. I felt like I read this already, but while I'm in the mood, I might as well read it. Okay, Lord God, help me to remember that when you call me, you will equip me that I should not look at the task in front of me, but keep my eyes firmly fixed on you. Forgive me when I have made excuses or questioned you. Today, I will have courage to do the right thing. I will stay true to the task of trusting you. Lord God, I want to have the joy of seeing you at the work. Okay, at work. I want to marvel at seeing your power at work through me, your humble servant. Thank you for giving me the privilege of serving you. In Jesus' name, amen. As I was reading this about reaching the promised land, I see Diana on this. Okay, she took a leap of faith, but she didn't get to experience that freedom that Harry is having now. Okay, Harry was able to learn from Diana's experience. And guess what? Harry's children is going to learn from what Harry's going through right now. But even though Diana didn't get this kind of life that she wanted, at least one of her sons Harry is able to experience it. This is what I see on this here. Okay, let's read another one. I did say I'm going to read all 4, but I don't think I'm going to read all 4. I'm going to read this one and then that's it. Okay, 2, Joshua, courage to lead well. All of us are leaders in some capacity. That's true. We don't have to be a president or prime minister to think that having the courage to lead well applies to us. As a father or mother, you can be a leader in your home. That is correct. As a woman or a man, you can be a leader in your workplace. You may be a leader in your church or community too. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking coat hanger. All right? She has a platform, but the teaching was to be submissive. So she can't really use her platform for whatever, but that's not the point. It crossed my mind, so I share it with you anyway. Many leaders in the Bible needed courage to lead in the face of physical danger. We may not face the same physical danger today, especially in the Western world, but we can still learn from such leaders, one of whom is Joshua. Okay? The thing is that every one of us experience certain pain. When we share our pain, is to open other people's eyes. A lot of time, the squad share their pain, their experience. Okay, Joshua had the courage to lead the people into the promised land as God commanded and take possession of it. How did Joshua have such great bravery in the face of enormous tasks? Many things leading up to that time had given him the fearlessness to move forward. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking of Harry again, when he was young, when the institution was using him to prop up the other one. Okay, so they were propping him up without even knowing, giving him courage to take on the tabloid. All of this. This is how I'm seeing that. Joshua had previously led a battle and seen God give him success. Exodus 17, 8-13. Moses had been an encourager and mentor to Joshua since his youth. Exodus 24-13. But most importantly, Joshua's trust and had faith in God. Joshua had seen God giving him victory in the past, which gave him courage for the future task. As a leader, Joshua followed God's leading and had courage to do the right thing in the face of danger. And by the way, let's not forget why I choose this prayer. It's for those foot soldiers who easily influenced by people in power to carry their nonsense, their bad behavior kind of thing, to inflict pain onto other people, this kind of thing. All right, these prayers are for foot soldiers. Okay, where has God given you success in the past that give you courage to lead in the right way today? Are you focusing on faith and trust in God as you step out to lead others? Who can come alongside you to give you encouragement or even mentor you? As I'm reading this, who can mentor you? I'm thinking of Meghan. Even though she's at that position that she is, she speaks her truth. Okay, and at the same time, that little interview that she did where, she was saying that, when, what was the thing? It was Meredith Jackson was there, and she said, when she got mentors to tell, I'm paraphrasing now, mentors who tell her when to go with a certain deal, when not to go to a certain deal, which direction to go. Even though she's a leader of her own right, she still needs some guidance. I remember at the beginning when I started this video and I was saying this stuff, I had some squad coming to me and said, really putting me down, but I put them in place. I was like, no, people always need guidance. All right, you guys could always go back. Those comments are still there. All right, everything that I did are still there. The videos about looking at Harry's status, visa status, when I had to go back to learn how he can move forward, because what I was seeing at that time, okay, I don't have a crystal ball in my hand. What I was seeing at that time is I could see where the institution working with Trump to do things for him, to kick him out. I saw that coming. I didn't say it, but I saw it. Okay? I saw it, to make life miserable for him. Because you saw when the Queen called Trump to wish happy birthday. I do not know what was the discuss there. But afterward, what I saw went on is that the person who was investigating the Epstein case was fired. And then I saw almost the same thing. That was before that, by the way, in terms of time framing. I'm just giving you an example. But at the time when I did the status thing, because I saw the institution will make life a living hell for Harry, where he cannot stay anywhere. Okay? That's what I saw. All right? But I didn't say it in the video. All right? But I was looking in terms of his status. Even if Trump says certain things, at least there are things in the books that he could follow through and say things like that. All right, let's read the prayer here. And then that will be the last prayer, and then that's it. And I'll put the link in the description. You guys could go and finish with the next two. Okay, Lord, where I am a leader in my home, at work, my church, or elsewhere, I ask you to help me lead well. Give me courage to lead in the right way and do the right things. Okay, the foot soldiers. When they send you to do something, do the right thing. Don't follow negativity that will cause pain onto others, because you have felt pain. A lot of people have felt certain type of pain. So think about that. If it was you, would you like that? So don't do those kind of behavior for other people, even though they're giving you money. Because the pain that the money is, the act that you're going to do is going to give you so much mental health when you retire to know you were the one who did that. This is where the money is going to be spent on, to fix your mental health. It's not worth it. Live a sensible life without sin, so that way when you retire, even though you don't have a bucket full of money, at least you could live in peace. You could see the sunshine. You could see the tree blossom. You could see the greenery, the ocean, okay, and peaceful. So when you are retired, you don't have to live with the traumatic sight of what you did to someone else. This is the thing the foot soldiers need to understand. No amount of money is going to make you live a comfortable life. Okay? Let me finish with this here. Okay, Lord, God help me always to remember that you go before me and you will be with me. You will never leave me nor forsake me. Help me to know I need never be afraid. I do not need to be discouraged even in the face of what seems dangerous or risky. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, what I see in this last thing here, okay, even to face of what seems dangerous or risky. All right, when those people who are in power is sending you to go do this thing, that's because they are weak. They can't do it. They can do it themselves. But they're sending you to do it because it will help them stay in the position that they are. If some of you, with the foot soldier, they're sending you to do the bad thing, you don't do it, guess what's going to happen? The power that those people who are sending you to be in, all right, they won't have that kind of power. If they just do the right thing, they don't need to send anybody to do bad thing to others. All right, be in the presence of conscious, of body and soul to say no. Okay, I'm saying it just in general, not just as of God, but in a spiritual world and whatever you believe in, to say no, this is wrong. I should not do that. It's going to cause pain to somebody. Because later on in the future, if you do carry this, this is a sin that's going to haunt you for the rest of your life, no matter what it is that they send you out to do. All right, it's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. That money that they give you to do that, for that one moment, is going to go through your hand like water, because you will not be able to stay with yourself to say, this is what I've done. This is the pain that I've caused somebody. And then you're probably going to spend that money into drinking, because that horrendous act you did, you come to your senses. You knew it was wrong, but you did it anyway. Now you're going to battle with yourself. Okay, these are the things you need to think about as they send you to do bad things. Foot soldiers, this is what I call you guys. If people see you as someone to carry some negative action onto somebody else, you are a foot soldier. All right, think about this kind of behaviors that you're gonna do and what you're gonna feel later on. All right, so with that being said, that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. And if you want to support my channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate and help support this channel. I'm gonna do the third video, and it's gonna be on app Team Sussex, where I'm gonna read this article from The Guardian. All right, this might come out before this video 1 and 2, because YouTube is gonna, let's see how YouTube, you see, they flagged it already. Okay, so definitely this is gonna, there's me asking them. I want them to review it. All right, I knew that was gonna happen. I started mentioning that on video 1. All right, so this one I put it for January 24th at 6 a.m. All right, so I don't know when you guys gonna see it, if it's gonna come out on time. All right, so I schedule it, so they already flagged it. All right, so this one that I'm gonna read with the Guardian is gonna come out before this one that as you can see I said January 4th, 24th I mean. All right, that's it. Let me start the next video for this one.